I don't. I need to figure out. My coach and I are talking next week, but he still wants me to have a little space to emotionally come down, and also just the situation. It was my leg cramp. That was the whole like, I mean, I'm fine with blowing up. I'm great at blowing up. I can do that all day, any day. But when it's like your body physically, like I hit the pavement and I was like, like you just know, like this is the thing you see someone else do, and you're like, oh man, I would hate to be that person.
Yeah.
And when it's you, it's just like, oh, this is my nightmare. Um, we also want to chat about, okay, was that somehow nutrition? Was that someone suggested that if you lift more, that can help with cramping? Um, or was it that your body had never run 540s for 18 miles and that was just what was going to happen either way?
It was
Um,
also 60 degrees at start. But you run in Texas,
yeah,
so
yeah. We didn't have, no one had bottles at 13. They were all gone. I don't know if you heard about that. It was
no.
really funny. Dakota on the broadcast, we were running up and she goes, "What the fuck?"
Are you serious? Dakota
Yeah.
did?
But I mean, yeah. So, but I don't know if that's totally to blame. I don't know. Part of me is like, maybe that was just what was gonna happen. Like, your body's doing something it's never done before. But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to get on the circuit a little bit in the fall. I don't know. I saw that US 50K Road Champs is in November. Part of me is like, ooh, that'd be kind of sick, but also I want to get a good marathon on the board, so I don't know.
Hear me out. Indy again.
I'd be up for that too. I
Because
loved Indy.
we're gonna have
New
just
rules.
the biggest squad at
Really?
Indy. There'll be, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a party.
Yeah.
Absolute party. It's not the most flashy race, but it is just like dialed.
I thought it
Flat.
was so well done though.
It's so well done. Like it's amazing. It gives you like small town ish. It's easy to get to and stuff to start.
Yeah, super easy to get to. Duluth is tough to get to.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. I've heard it's kind of hard to find a place to stay too.
Yeah, I was at the water park hotel, so
What is that?
it
Is
is
it like a Great Wolf Lodge or something? Like what?
Oh, I wish. I love grape. It was a little less pizzazz, I would say.
Did you
The nicest way
do any of the
possible.
water park stuff at least?
I was gonna buy a day pass, but then after the race, I was just like, I'm not floating in the lazy river with a bunch of 10-year-olds right now. I'm like, I don't know if that'll improve my mood.
Yeah.
But yeah, like my room had like, it was all like tiki themed.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
That's comedy. You're like,
It
I
was
just
so
want like the
funny.
Holiday Inn Express right now. Like I just want like a blank wall for this marathon.
Yeah.
Imagine the family that drives up from Minneapolis. They're going to have a great water park weekend with the kids. And then the grandma's marathon is happening. And they're just like, shit.
Oh,
This is
I
going on.
literally I posted about this at Indy too. I was like, picture this, you and your wife do a little getaway. You find a cute hotel in Indianapolis, a night in the city, nothing could be better. 4 a.m., alarms are going off. People are like everyone's waking up. You get to continental breakfast, everything's gone. You can't leave the hotel because the road is closed. It really is just, if you book a hotel during a marathon, it's kind of a nightmare.
Yeah.
Danny and I were on the subway in Boston, and this kid, he was in college, or if he was about to be a freshman, and he was touring colleges. Northwestern, I think, is up there, Danny, right? And
At Northeastern, I think.
Eastern, yeah.
Yeah.
whatever. One of those is up there, and
All the norths.
I was just struck up a conversation with him, and the mom was like, "Why is it so crowded? And why are the hotels so expensive?" I was like, "Boston Marathon's this weekend." She was like, "No way." I was like, "Yeah."
Hey.
So yeah, you got to be
The
careful with
Boston
marathon
Marathon.
weekends,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
especially
Uh,
Boston.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Boston. Gabby, did you say you were on the ground during grandma's?
Yeah.
Like you actually had to like go on the ground because of the cramp?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
why
wow.
I have not looked at my splits. That's why it went so good to so bad.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I actually stepped off the course, and then because it's point to point, I honestly was like, fuck it, I want my phone. So I started walking, And then I was like, okay, I can jog, I can do this. And then it was like pretty much after a half or quarter, 3/4 of a mile, I would start to be like, no, you can start running like 6-minute pace. And then it would just happen again. And it's kind of like anytime you get a cramp where once the gates open, it's so easy to happen again. And yeah, it was pretty rough. My knees are all scabbed up right now.
Wow.
But
Where were
yeah,
you cramping?
so the original was actually like the front of my foot, like when you flex your foot up, if that makes like the ankle.
Oh.
But once I went down the first time and I kind of like tried to unflex it, then it went to calf, and then
Oh,
it was just like
Oh,
nightmare. Yeah.
dang. Did you see
Yeah.
Michael Audison's cramp at Boston? That kind of like the situation.
No.
that was
Oh,
a gunshot, dude. Straight up.
yeah. Was it his
Nice.
hammy?
Yeah, hammy.
Yeah, he was like on pace for what, 212 or something, and then he like essentially had like a 3 or 4 minute stop at mile like 24, and then he missed the OTQ by like 20 seconds or something. So
Oh,
yeah, which like he'll have no problem getting
he'll
it.
get
He's like,
it. Yeah.
but
Oh,
he was
man.
like, it'd still be nice to get it in this moment. But I mean, him running 212 at Boston would have been like crazy, and he was like, I mean, he was there, like the
He was by
breathing and stuff was
himself
good.
too, though. He was
Yeah.
by himself when that happened.
Yeah, so it's one of those. Boston's a horrible race for that to happen too, and I don't know if you experience this at Grand Miles, but it's like, the crowd's like, "Come on, man!" Like, you don't want to be that person, but like in that situation, and then like you start moving, and they cheer, and then he like cramps again, and they're like the
It's horrible.
crowd like audibly
It's
gasps. Was anyone in the crowd like giving you like any like motivation?
well, this one guy was like, "It's in your head," and I was like, "No, it's like so not in my head."
It's in my
Um,
foot.
but so I kept the medics ran out at one point, and I said like, "Please don't touch me, please don't touch me," and it was like I knew I'd get DQ'd, which honestly who gives a shit at that point? But I still was just like, I don't know, you're so used to like whatever, and I was like, does anyone have salt tabs? Salt tabs. And they were like, no, no. I was like, anything? They were like, we have Gatorade. I was like, you have salt tabs. And this one guy was like, wait. And he ran, and I was like, oh, thank God. And he came back, and he turns and he goes, and it's a pickle. And I was like,
Yeah, pickle.
honestly, no. So like maybe I could have taken action there. Maybe that's on me. But and then there was another woman. This was like 26, maybe like 25 and a half, when I was honestly at that point just limping in because I was like, I don't want to fall again. This lady went by me and she was like, "You're an inspiration." And I was like, oh, do people know I'm able-bodied? And
Oh
then
my
I felt
gosh.
kind of bad because I was like, oh, I don't want to steal any thunder there. But oh yeah, it was like, seriously, have you guys seen Severance?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
You know how
No.
okay, well, you understand the concept that if you're an innie, you leave the elevator and you just come back out, like you never leave. There was a moment I actually was like, like every memory I have was just a copied version of myself. I will never get out of this marathon. I'm an innie, and I will just go to bed and wake up. I'll hit the ground, pass out, and wake up and just be here forever. That is what it felt like.
Yeah, that's how it feels when you're in a bad marathon for sure.
Yeah.
Boston was a death march for me this
What
year.
mile did it happen to you?
So the first time was 18, and I actually got up. I like collapsed, got up immediately. So I pulled off at 18 to shit like super quick. No biggie though. Not like, oh, my tummy, like the race is over. It was just like, it'll be quick. If it adds 30 seconds, it adds 30 seconds. I don't care. I'll make it up. I'm still feeling good. And I stepped out of the porta potty and like collapsed, but I got back up. I was like, whoa, that was weird. My foot is really tender, but I'm good. And then like a mile and a half late, as soon as I started resuming the pace I was running, like 540s, it was just down on the ground again. So
Can you
pretty rough.
imagine? Can you
How many
imagine
times did you
describing
fall?
like what you just said, like that last like 30 seconds? Can you imagine describing that to someone who doesn't run marathons, like at
Yeah.
all?
Oh, I know, but anyone who listens to this knows like there's a difference between like, oh, I was having stomach issues and being like, oh, it was an in and out shit. Like it was no big, like that's you
No,
guys
I'm
have,
just.
you know what I mean? Like
Oh
there
no,
is a
it's like totally
difference
normal. It's
where
like
you're like, I've been negotiating for 9 miles. Let me just do this real quick and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But anywho,
Yeah.
yeah. But now that's another lesson. Maybe my body just can't, if I'm going that fast, I can't stop. It's not an option because it's like maybe the nervous system starting back up, it's just not going to happen.
yeah.
So you
Yeah.
got to learn the hard way, I guess.